So, you get to experience little Miss Zozo tonight. It's a Zozo. It's a Zozo. She took like a 3-4 hour nap this afternoon. She was asleep at 4 when Miss Miranda had her today, and didn't wake up till like about 8 when I put the other kids to bed, of course. I wanted the night off, aka I was not going to clean my house, and I was going to go to bed with the kids. But she had other plans, which is fine because she's sick, as we know. She's starting to sound a little better. I think we're finally reaching the peak where it's going to all start coming up. And that's good. It sounds horrible. Disgusting. But that's okay as long as you're starting to feel better. And she's, of course, in the best mood because she's as old. She's always in a good mood unless she's, like, got something really going on. Miss Miranda today stepped in for me to watch her, which was a lifesaver because I didn't want to take her to daycare again. I want to make sure she got more breathing treatments. She does this thing where she bounces in her extra saucer. I'm starting to think it's about time I raise it. Oh, hold on. We're just going to leave it like that for now. So she stepped in. Miss Miranda is one of my really good friends from high school who is a special education teacher and really good at her job. She's very knowledgeable and passionate about it. And she spent the summer with us for 10 weeks when I was pregnant with Zoe this last summer in Hawaii, so that when I had Zoe, I would have somebody there with the kids because the kids' dad travels a lot for work, and so he traveled a lot then. So she came and stayed with us, and she really bonded with the kids, and including Zozo. So when I sent her a message asking if she was free, because she's on Christmas break, she was all for it because she's one of the most helpful friends I have. You're gonna keep hearing that. I'm sorry. She's having a lot of fun jumping. So anyways, but Miss Zozo hopefully is on the uptick. I was starting to get a little nervous there. She's still wheezy. You might hear it. But it's all productive now. It is. Hi. She's seriously the cutest. Sorry. She's seriously sweet. And here comes Harley. So, I don't know how many of my parent friends and followers, how many of you have a decent amount of friends that don't have kids, whether by choice or just not, they just haven't had them yet, whether couples or single? But my friends that don't have kids are seriously some of the most useful people in my life. Not only that, Zoe, you are crazy. They are some of the greatest aunts and uncles to my kids. Like, there's just something about them that they are valuable. They're more valuable now than they've ever been in my entire lives, I swear. I have a lot of them who have come who went to stay with us in Hawaii. Of course, Joshie, my bestie and soulmate and the kids' godfather. He stayed with us for 6 whole months and helped out a ton with the kids and bonded a ton. And in the event something ever happens to me and Mark, he gets the kids because that's who he is in our lives. And so he doesn't have kids yet. I don't know if he'll ever have kids. And he's just seriously so helpful. And then Miranda doesn't have kids yet. Don't know if she'll have kids. Again, so helpful. Always steps in when I need help. Isn't even afraid of baby wear. Whatever. She's all about helping any way she can with them. Zoe. She's crazy. I have really good friends who don't have kids, who also, like, sometimes just have good insight into, like, the outside perspective on things, and so sometimes I go to them for things like that. Sometimes you need to have friends who don't have kids so that you can remember who you are, because I don't care how much you love your children, you still have to be yourself, because I believe, and again, everybody has their own way of doing things. I believe that one of the most valuable things you need to teach kids is how to be an adult. And that means that you need to teach them how to have adult relationships, whether that's spousal or partners, some sort of romantic relationship, marriage, whatever, or friends. Show them how to have adult friends, and how to be an adult. It's just a very important thing, I think. Showing them that, like, you also have priorities, and you have life, and you can be active, and you can do all these things while also being a parent. I think it's valuable, and so it's good to have friends that don't have kids, because sometimes they come in handy when you're like, I want a night out, or want to run away. I have friends that I, like, when I get time off, I just go and sit on their couch because they don't have kids, and they're single, and I can just, like, chill, relax, and hang out, and do nothing, and have nobody call me mom for a little bit. And I just get to be Anna. And I think that's important for my mental health, which means that it's important for me being a mom. And it makes me a better mom because I am more capable of handling my children when I've got time to be Anna as well, and cater and take care of me. So I really think that those friends who don't have kids are super valuable. Hold on to them. Everybody talks about, like, how they lose them after they have kids, and maybe it's unintentional, maybe their friends just don't want them, but so many of my friends who don't have kids, most valuable, love them to death, would not be able to do anything without them. I really truly believe that. Not to mention, some of these aunties and uncles one day, when my kids are grown, are going to be the people who probably teach my kids some things that I would hope my kids will be comfortable enough to come to me when they're teenagers to talk about stuff. But let's be real here, people. Everybody goes to peers or friends or aunts and uncles, whatever, for stuff too. It takes a village. And so I truly believe in this concept of, like, getting enough people around my kids that I trust, and that I think's example is really good and healthy for them, and a different aspect of life. And not to mention, sometimes they're the best babysitters because they don't have kids. They aren't burnt out by kids. You aren't throwing them on top of more kids. You can call them up and say, I need a babysitter. And guess what? They're more likely to be like, sure. Because guess what? They're not burnt out by kids. They're like, I don't hang out with kids all the time, but I like yours, so I'll come over and hang out with them for a while. So yeah, friends without kids are very valuable. So don't give them up if you can help it, and utilize them. Let them participate in raising your kids. Let them I wouldn't say have a say, but sometimes an outsider's perspective on things is good. Also, your children are going to impact these people's lives, hopefully one day, if your children make a good impact or a bad impact. But this is the future generation. Sometimes there's better insight. Sometimes they're not. But I really believe in it. I'm also very tired. I really wanted to go to bed with the kids. And now I have to wait for little Miss Zozo to fall asleep. The only complaint I have about my friends who don't have kids is when they see my life. Sometimes I feel that they are overwhelmed by it all, and it can come back in weird ways to me that make me uncomfortable. Because, like, I really, really do enjoy my life, people. Even right now, like, dealing with a sick kid who's not sleeping and sleep deprived, like, I'm tired. I'm so tired. I could fall asleep in probably 2 minutes or less. I got to sit on the couch and cuddle my kids tonight because I just ordered pizza for dinner, and cleanup was easy. And we lounged, and we watched our favorite movie, which is Ghostbusters. And I just got to hang out, and it was really nice. And I'm so lucky to get to do that, and I'm so lucky to have these 4 little humans to raise and spend time with. So this has been a tangent. This has been a tangent. Keep your friends who don't have kids. Don't write them off just because they don't get it or whatever excuses people come up with. They are valuable. And 9 times out of 10, they will love your kids. They will love your kids just like any other aunt and uncle in their life. And they're helpful. And sometimes they give a really good outside perspective. She's getting mad. This has been a tangent. This was not what I intended to talk about either. But that happened. So now you have this. Hopefully tomorrow's video will be better. But hopefully tonight I get sleep. So I hope everybody did something for themselves today. You know how I feel about that self-care. It's important. I ordered Pizza Hut. That was my self-care. I hope you guys have a good night.